My name is Joel, and this is the story of how love can stretch thin without breaking, how hope can grow even in dusty classrooms, and how forgiveness does not always mean things return to how they were. I grew up in a small village where mornings began, with the crow of roosters and evenings, ended with my mother's tired smile. My father was a soldier. To many people, that sounded honorable and secure. To us, it meant absence. He worked far from home, in places we only heard about on the radio. Sometimes months passed without his voice. And when he did come home, it felt like a visitor had arrived, not a father who knew our fears and dreams. My mother was everything else. She woke before the sun and slept long after it had gone. She sold vegetables, washed clothes for neighbors, and sometimes cooked for people's ceremonies, just to make sure my siblings and I had food. We attended the public primary school in the village, old classrooms, cracked walls, and teachers who taught more with passion than resources. We wore uniforms that had been mended so many times the original color was hard to tell. School fees were a constant shadow. There were days we were sent home because of arrears. I remember the shame of standing outside the classroom while others learnt inside, pretending not to hear the laughter or whispers. My mother would hold our hands and say softly, "Go home, my children. Tomorrow will be better." And somehow she always made tomorrow come. Despite everything, we loved learning. My siblings and I made a promise to each other to work smart, to read together at night by the dim kerosene lamp, to share notes, to encourage one another when hunger made concentration difficult. We were not competing against each other. We were carrying each other. When the exam results came, they shocked the village. We had all excelled, so well that letters arrived inviting us to join. National schools, schools we had only heard about. Schools that felt like another world. People congratulated us, clapped for my mother, called us children of destiny. For a moment, hope felt close enough to touch. But hope can be expensive. My mother could not afford the fees. We waited for our father, believing that surely now he would step in. He was a senior man in the army, respected, well-dressed, well-spoken. But when the moment came, he cared less than we expected. His words were few. His support was none. The dream quietly slipped away. Instead, we joined a day secondary school right next to our old primary school. Same dusty paths, same environment, different uniforms. My mother struggled even more. Secondary school fees were heavier, and so were responsibilities. We began doing manual work in between school days, digging, fetching water for people, helping in small farms. We studied when tired, revised when hungry, and encouraged each other when tears threatened to fall. Every coin we earned felt like a victory, and still, we excelled. Not just in exams, but in discipline, resilience, and character. Teachers noticed. People talked. My mother cried tears of quiet pride when she saw our report forms. Years later, the truth found us. We learned our father had another family. Children who were not biologically his, but he had taken care of them like his own. He gave them time, attention, and provision. Life, however, has a way of turning tables. Those children later turned against him. He lost peace, lost respect, and lost the family he had invested in so deeply. That was when he remembered us. He came back, not in uniform, not with authority, but with regret. He begged for forgiveness. My siblings and I looked at our mother, the woman who had carried us through storms, and we chose mercy. We forgave him. But forgiveness did not rewind time. Things never went back to normal. Trust did not grow overnight. The distance remained, quieter, more careful. We spoke respectfully, helped where we could, but the gap shaped by years of absence stayed. Today, when I look back, I do not tell this story with bitterness. I tell it with understanding. I learned that a present mother can outweigh an absent hero, that siblings can become each other's strength. That excellence is not born from comfort, but from courage. And that forgiveness heals the heart, but it does not always restore what was lost. Still, we rose. And that, to me, is the sweetest part of our story. Moral lesson. True success is not determined by comfort or support from all who should care, but by resilience, unity, and the sacrifices of those who choose to stay. Hardship can delay dreams, but it cannot destroy disciplined effort and love.